In this question, we are asked on a graph to shade the region that satisfies the following inequalities. Now it's saying a region between 1 and 4 for x values, and a region between 2 and 3 for the y values. So if we look at the x inequality first, we need to look at that part first, reading it that way. So that would look like x is greater than 1. And then the second part is x is less than or equal to 4. And for the y coordinates, we need to look at y in this direction. So y is greater than or equal to 2. So y is greater than or equal to 2. And we look at the second part of this inequality. Y is less than 3. It's less than 3. Now, we do use different lines to represent the inequalities which have the equal symbol underneath the arrow part. So we would use a solid line for less than or equal to, solid line for greater than or equal to, but we would use dash lines for just greater than and dash lines for just less than. So we can quickly sketch these lines. When x is equal to 1, for instance, we would normally draw a line which is vertical that way, but because we're drawing a dash line, it's not actually equal to 1, but it is greater than. So we shade on this side. For the other part of the x inequality, x is less than or equal to 4, so we're going to be using a solid line, and we find 4, draw a vertical line, and this time it's going to be solid. And it's everything to the left of that. It's going to be shaded. For our y values, we're looking at when y is equal to 2, and also equal to 2, so solid line. So that means we draw it like this, at the point 2 there, 1, 4 there. And y is less than 3 but not equal to 3, so we're going to use the dash line. And it's less than. And y there was greater than 2, so we shade above the line. Now, when we combine all of those different shaded parts, we find that there is an enclosed area which is bound by these 4 lines. And that is the final solution for the shaded region of that graph.